Welcome, everyone, to It Tastes Different Appetizers. I'm sorry to say, but you're going to have to work over the weekend because Sony needs that report by Monday. Sony opens up the beta program where you can test out their updates and report back to them with your formal idea feedback on how it is. So that's what we're going to talk about. Microsoft has a similar plan where you can test out their beta programs basically for their new system updates. And Sony is going to start theirs. You can sign up now to possibly be a part of it. And it seems like from my understanding, is they're going to do a pretty robust selection process, and you have to provide a formal feedback in the way that they want it, which they didn't outline. So we don't know if it's an Excel spreadsheet or, a 10-page essay on your feedback or how that's going to happen. But, for me, I'm not a big, like I said, Microsoft had the same thing. And with Microsoft, you just join it. And then if you want to provide feedback, go for it. And if not, then don't. I wish Sony program was the same way, but it doesn't seem to be that way. So, Patrick, what do you think of Sony opening up this beta program?
I need those TPS reports on my desk ASAP. No, right. I'm going to need you to come in on Saturday and possibly on Sunday. No, I don't get it. I mean, it does seem that way because when you read the trial on their website, it's like, you must be 18. You got to be located in this area. All stuff that seems normal, and you must have a valid PSN account and standard. And you're like, okay, this all makes sense. And then you get down to the one that says you must submit complete and accurate feedback to Sony Interactive about your use of beta software in a manner and format requested by SIE. So if SIE says, I need a spreadsheet with 27 rows with this data in it, we need it by next week, what are you going to do? If you don't do it, they're going to kick you out of the beta program. I guess that's what they're going to do. But I mean, who knows what they're testing? Maybe I'll sign up for it because like in April, they tested out the USB external drive stuff, I'll be like, is Sony going to provide me with an external drive so I can do the feedback they want? We're like, hey, we need you to test out this USB external drive hookup. We're going to send you a 10 terabyte drive to test and use and possibly keep. Maybe it gets lost in shipping on its way back. I don't know, but but I agree with you, Nick. I'm part of the Microsoft Insider thing, Insider Hub. I don't think it's called Hub anymore. It's just Microsoft Insider, Xbox Insider. And yeah, I participate in that when I have time, but I don't feel like I'm forced to give them feedback on anything. They make it easy to give feedback. I click a few button series, and it says, what are you having problems with? Or what are you trying to do? And, stuff like that. But it sounds like the Sony one is a lot more involved and a lot of weekend work efforts and TPS reports. So I might be out on that one. Shane, what do you think?
All right, Johnson, your reports ain't up to snuff, and you're not putting the hours in we need, so we're going to have to take your PlayStation back. No, Jim Ryan can suck it. It's stupid. That is beyond what they should be asking of their customers. If they say, hey, how's this working out for you? I'm going to answer them with a smile, and there you go. But if they want me to do my freaking homework, provide them a 10-page report, PowerPoint, and freaking, I don't know, wash their car, they can suck it. That's just stupid. Microsoft, I'm in theirs too, and the Insider, and, I provide feedback when I can remember to do it because they asked me to, and I'm not forced to. And what Microsoft doesn't feel like I have to have, a second, job, a new day scheduled just for them. Sony's is basically do this for me because we're not going to pay anybody to do it themselves, and have a nice day. I mean, what are they going to do if you don't put your report in on time? I mean, are they going to brick your system?
Minus 50 DKP.
Oh, no. I mean, it's stupid. I don't understand Sony. They have a great console. They have great first-party games, but they are a crap company. They really are. This is the kind of stuff that just irks me about Sony. Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of crappy companies, EA, and it's just, I don't get it. I mean, Sony needs to just pay people to do their damn job instead of asking their customers to literally do that job. They want me to say, hey, I'm loving it, I hate it, hey, this doesn't work quite right. I'm all for it, but that's just too much, just too damn much.
Yeah, they're going to have to move you down to the basement and take back your stapler.
I brought that from home.
You know, if they did it like the Xbox Insider program, where, you know, like you said, I mean, it basically all it is surveys in there that are, you know, drop down, select a button. You know, there is some stuff where you do type in, but, you know, they don't ask you to type a paragraph, just whatever you think. And then, you know, if it is a feature, it'll say like, hey, before you take the survey, go and try this, and then come back here and take this and tell us what you thought of it. Right. And so if Sony follows that same process, then okay, that's fine. You know, I could do that. I could deal with that. But we don't know what it's going to look like. For one, we don't know what they're asking, but from what they're asking, like Patrick was saying, you know, the formal report and everything like that, I feel like I'm now employed by them, and I need to get my, you know, notes together. And like Shane said, I need to get that PowerPoint presentation ready by Monday, because I'm going to have to go over the analytics of the PlayStation 5 with the developers, you know, and what features I found that didn't work, and make sure to get in there or I'm fired. Right. This is kind of the outline they gave with it, you know, whether or not they were trying intentionally going that route, you know, I mean, it could just be lawyer talk, lawyer speak, legal mumbo jumbo that it's in there. But yeah, so, I mean, hopefully Sony will kind of show people what they're thinking of doing for this, and then you might have more people sign up. But I think with their terminology right now, that might kind of sway people to go, oh, I don't know about that. That's what it did to me. Once I read that same part, Pat, I was like, oh, I don't want to do that. That sounds horrible. I already have a job. I don't need another one where I'm not getting paid. You know, my job pays me, but I don't want to do another job where I'm not getting paid and I have to send in reports and crap. So, yeah, hopefully they do a demonstration and maybe they talk more about what is going to be a part of this beta program, and that would make more sense. And maybe that'll make more people jump on board. But right now it's like, no thanks.
Right. From what I understand, it's no different than usual, though. I mean, what I would like to do is hear from somebody who's actually been in the previous like PS4 beta programs and stuff like that. How involved is it really? Are we reading too much into that complete and accurate feedback in a manner and format they request? Is it really that bad? Are they really going to say, hey, we're pumping out update 5.7, whatever, in 2 weeks time, we need this 10-page report due to us, or 1-page write-up, or what are they going to do? I mean, you know, what is there? I would like to hear from somebody who's been in it to tell me what it's like in previous years, because that would give us a clue of what they're looking for this year. Because I don't mind giving feedback on beta interfaces and beta stuff. I just don't want to, as Nick said, have a third job, you know, because I mean, really right now we all have a full-time job, and then we do podcasts and we do all the stuff related to that. Now we're going to say, we're going to go ahead and we're going to write TPS reports for Sony.
Yeah.
You know, so I'd like to know what they really have involved and what they mean. Because right now that I don't want to sign up for it because of that. I mean, if that wasn't in there and it was just a normal, are you liking this feature? Yes or no? Cool. I'll sign up for that. You know, if I have to deal with the occasional, this button doesn't work or this interface is a little bit sluggish or something, I'm game for that to make a better experience for the future, you know, and you get to see stuff before everybody else does. And I like that. And that's why I do it on the Microsoft side.
Yeah, but I don't think this would benefit us as much as like we do for Microsoft, because our PlayStation it's a console exclusive system. That's it. We don't play third parties on it 90% of the time. You know, my last game I played on my PlayStation, besides VR with the boy, was Ghost of Tsushima, Final Fantasy VII. That's the only time I fired up my 4 is for those games. So I don't, you know, I can't knock it too much, because like Nick said, though, it's probably a lot of lawyer speak. So hopefully it's a little more lax like Microsoft. If it is exactly like the lawyer speak, they can suck a butt, because I'm not doing it. But it really wouldn't benefit me anyways, because I'm going to fire that bad boy up once I get it. I'm going to play my Miles Morales. I'm going to play my Ratchet and Clank. I'm going to play my Final Fantasy DLC, and then I'm going to probably just wait for Horizon Zero Dawn. So I'm not going to be on my system as much as I would be on my Xbox, because Xbox is all around. Sony is first party. That's it. So I don't think
you're
that
play
would benefit
Godfall
me.
with us. So
Oh yeah, and Godfall.
Play Godfall.
Forgive me, I forgot about Godfall. But yeah, I mean, so I probably won't, even if it is as lax as Microsoft, the way they run it. I don't see it benefiting me because it just won't be on my PlayStation as much. But I do like seeing the things ahead of time now.
Yeah. I mean, it could be the newness. I mean, for me, it probably is somewhat the newness, but I find myself, I was like you, Shane, with the PS4. With the PS5, I find myself equally on it as much as I am on my Xbox and my PC. So I kind of, before it was kind of like PC, Xbox, and then sometimes PlayStation. Now I find myself equally playing them all. And maybe just because I do have some things to play on PlayStation. Yeah. So, that might be the whole reason, but, and the newness of it, it's new. So that might dwindle down. I usually play my
games
PlayStation.
We haven't played yet. So yeah.
Right. Yeah. And, I play my PlayStation for exclusives like most of you guys do. We play them for the God of Wars and the Horizons and all the games that you can't get anywhere else. But yeah, I mean, but I agree. I mean, it may not be something that we're potentially interested in, but yeah, like Patrick said, I would like to see what other previous, and I'm sure there's stuff out there about what other previous beta programmers, hopefully they could talk about that stuff. I don't know, but I don't think there's any NDA on it, but there might be, and hopefully, maybe Sony can kind of clarify some things on what they mean by the reports and stuff like that, or what they're actually looking for. If it is just the survey stuff, then cool, I can fill out a survey. But like Patrick said, I don't want to write out a whole page or 10-page. I don't want to write a book for him.
Yeah, I like the way Google is doing it. Google surveys, I do like 3 of those a day. They give me 10, 20, 60 cents. It's 1 to 6 questions on average. Let them do that. Give me some Sony bucks. I'm good with that. I will fill it all. You want 10 pages? All right, 10 cents a line. Yeah, I'm good with that kind of report.
Right. I would like, if anybody, whoever's watching this, if you've been part of the PlayStation beta programs in the past for PS4 and any of the other ones, let us know what that was like. I mean, because I've never joined in one of the PlayStation beta programs because of, I didn't really buy into the PlayStation 1. I didn't have PlayStation 1. I didn't have PlayStation 2. I got back into PlayStation in the PS3 era, and since then I've had a PlayStation, but I've never joined their beta program. Just because I use my PlayStation just like these guys, it's primarily for exclusives, and there are long dry periods sometimes in Sony with their exclusives. So let us know what it's really like, if we're blowing it out of the water or blowing it out of proportion, or if it's really like that where they say, hey, can you write a paragraph on this? You're in this beta thing, you're in a beta this interface, and we want your opinion or whatever the beta. It has to be a minimum of 250 characters long or whatever, single space, no double spacing now. I want to know what that's like, because if it's really not that bad, then I might still just sign up, because just like Nick, now that I got my PS5, I'm on it. It probably not quite as much as my Xbox, but right now I've been really splitting my time between PC and Xbox and PlayStation with PC games that are coming out to Game Pass Ultimate and stuff like that. And then, my Game Pass on Xbox. And now, since I have gotten a PlayStation, I have signed back up for the PlayStation Plus just to see what games they got coming out and that I can get. So, I spend equal amount of time on each anymore.
Yeah, I figured that's going to be the case for, when mine arrives. I finally got mine ordered. Should be here in a few days, God willing. And, definitely for the first few weeks, I'm going to be all about it. I mean, I'm just going to ride that sucker. I mean, it's big enough to ride, so. But I'm going to be all about my PlayStation for a while. But, once the exclusives dry up and I'm all caught up, it's going to go back to my routine of Xbox, PC. I go PC second because I'm not a big PC guy. These guys are hooking me up, teaching me the the lay of the land on PC. I still suck with the WQRS crap, or whatever the hell it's called. But
Close enough.
Yeah, the PS5 will be really hype and popular for me for the first part, and then it'll be my exclusives machine again because they do put out amazing exclusives. But when it comes to my overall use, I'll stick with what Microsoft's serving. They're really good.
Awesome. Yep. So let us know, guys, what this really is about, how theirs works. My only experience with anything like this for beta interfaces is the Insider Hub from Microsoft. So that's the only thing I'd compare for. So if you've been a member of Insider Hub and the PlayStation betas, that's even better because you can kind of fill us in what it is like and the differences between the two. I'm all for it. That makes me a little nervous. I'm not going to be in the beta program very long if they need a 250 character response on every little piece they want because I don't have that much time.
Yeah, definitely. But
so, anybody else?
One thing I would like is if they do get these responses and all that, they actually implement. One thing Sony's always had a problem with was like the user interface and stuff like that. And that's a personal opinion. Some people liked it on the 4. Not me. It was slow as crap. But if they listen to those opinions, they listen to the feedback and implement the problems, that would be awesome.
It's much better on this one. I didn't like the user interface on 4, but I do like the one on this one.
Yep, this one's pretty nice and snappy. It's got decent shortcuts and stuff. I don't like the power where I had to do to put it to rest mode, but I can live with the way it does it. So
how does it do that?
It's not like where you hold down the button and it brings up a power mode. You have to hold down the button and then go down to a menu and cycle over.
You don't hold it down. You press it.
You push it.
Hold it down. It won't. Yeah.
It won't do anything. Yeah. You push the button. Yeah, because I'm used to holding. You push the button down and bottom bar menu comes up and you scroll all the way over to power mode and then you say suspend.
Gotcha.
So I mean, it's livable and it's doable. So and it seems pretty snappy. I like it and works out very well. It's better, and I agree. It's better than previous versions of the interface by leaps and bounds, and it's very snappy. So cool. Anybody else got anything on the PlayStation 5 beta program that's upcoming? I don't even know when it's going to start, but this is to get a chance to register, to get a chance to be a part of this. Cool.
Yep.
All right. So we all agree, no more TPS reports. We hope you enjoyed this episode, and we hope to catch you in the next one of this It Tastes Different Gaming Appetizers.
See ya.